Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Model Horse Maniac, and today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. So for the first time, I'm going to be doing an unboxing on this channel. Fun fact, I've already recorded this once, and then I managed to lose the footage. So this is not so much of a surprise for me because I've already seen these models. But anyway, I really wanted to share this with you, and I've already got the second half, so I thought I'd just re-record the first half and show you a few of the models I've got recently. So this is going to be like a two-part thing, because basically for the last couple of months I've bought a few models, but I haven't had a real good chance to actually unbox them. I've just had like a welfare check, make sure that they're all there when I've bought them basically. So in this video we're going to be focusing on the Breyer side, and then in the next video there's going to be a Breyer, and then there's also going to be some Schleck and some My Little Pony. So be sure to check that out if that's more of your thing. So without any further ado, we're going to start off with a couple of models. I actually have had some good Facebook Marketplace luck recently, which I don't find many Breyer in my area, so that doesn't happen very often. So we're going to start off with the first model, which is this one, which is a Classics. This came to me mint in box, and this guy was £3. Listed about 10 minutes away from me, so I immediately, even though this isn't, I try not to collect classics, and this isn't like the Haflinger mold or the Shire mold, so it isn't technically one I should be collecting. This was just so close, and also a model that I have been looking at, like if I found it for a decent enough price, which I certainly did. So this is on the warm blood mare mold, and this is like the walking warm blood mare. This is a mold that is straight from my childhood. It was like mid-2000s it was introduced. And despite not collecting this mold, there is another one of this mold later on in the video, and I almost have a full conga of the non-decorator ones of these guys. I think I'm only missing about 3 now. But this, I really like this mold. Anyway, it's just such a chillax mold, and this is a really nice colour on it, this coppery chestnut. It's a coppery chestnut thoroughbred, I believe is what the actual model is called. And yeah, this guy was just too cheap to pass up, and is really, really lush in person. They've been doing such a better job of these classics. I feel like for years they just they did classics, but they sort of ignored them a bit in the line, whereas now they're actually giving them a lot more attention, and these guys are super pretty. So yeah, I was really happy to add this one to my collection, and for a really reasonable price. And he will sit with all the other classics that I don't collect. And then the next 2 models are also off of Facebook Marketplace, and these guys are a bit of an odd couple. You'll very much see. But these guys were £5 each, again a really good price. And first up, we have Rough and Ready on the Adios mold, which is a model I've actually been looking for quite a long while. I don't really know why, he's just one that's always appealed to me. And I've got to be honest, I liked him better in the photos. I'm glad I got him because he was such a good price. But I'm also glad I didn't pay a lot more for him, because he does usually go for a bit more. Well, he obviously goes for more than a £5. And this guy is super scuffed up, this one. He is what every other collector would call a body, and I'm like, he's a shelf piece. I've got a lot of quite beat up models in my collection, and I love them because they've had a story, they've had a life. And yeah, this guy is really pretty. He's got a really nice, cute little face. I do quite like this mold. I collect vintage, and I do have 4 other models on this mold. So he will fit right in with those guys. He'll probably have to wear a rug because these marks are not really going to come off without taking the paint off. But yeah, he's got that pretty little face. Will be looking at me from the shelf. And yeah, he's really pretty. And the other model, this is why this is such an odd couple, because that is like a 90s model, and this one is very much not a 90s model. This is Xavier, the 2016 regular run, and he is the unicorn on the Othello mold, which, if you know anything about me, I love Othello. It's my biggest thing. It's not actually my biggest conga, but my first ever model horse was Fox Valley Oliver, so I've got a real soft spot for this mold. So much so that I will even collect the decorators on it. And I already have not 1, but 2 Xaviers. I've got my original one, which I paid full price for, and then I found another one a few years later for £2, and then I found this one for £5. And it's just like when you go buy models like that, like this Facebook Marketplace lot, it sort of feels wrong just to like take one and just be like, no, I don't want that one. Because for a £5, I might as well have picked up this guy as well. He's certainly worth that. And I have checked, and he is exactly the same as my other ones. So he's not any sort of variation. And he's also got the tip of his horn is broken off. But if nothing else, he's a good body, and he's not really going to be a body. Well, he might be. He's got a few little scuffs on him. Again, not what I call a body, but what most collectors would probably call a body. But yeah, I really like the unicornified, if that's a word, which is not Othello mould. I have a real problem with Breyer just sticking horns on every mould, like they do sometimes, but this and the like Connemara mare mould, the Croy, really suit being a unicorn in my opinion. Unfortunately, there aren't that many unicorn colours, even though they're like mythical. They did like this Santa surprise a few years ago for the Collectors Club and basically used up the other 3 unicorn colours. So, but it'd be really cool to see another one at some point on this mould with the unicorn horn. It looks really nice. So yeah, I just had to pick him up, and he is super cute. And then next up, again, there's no bubble wrap unwrapping in the first half of this video because I'd already filmed it. But this is another Classics mould, again on that Walking Warm Blood mare mould. This is the Fun Day model, Elsinore from 2008. And yeah, this is a model I've been looking at since she came out, basically. I've always really liked her. I always really like black Bay Blanket Appaloosa models, and this gal is on a mould I really like, so I've been looking out for her for a while, and she came up for a price that I couldn't say no to. So she's got a couple of scuffs on her, but I'm not that bothered by that. And yeah, she's a really pretty little lady, and she'll go with the coppery chestnut again on the classic shelf where I don't collect classics. And then last up, we have a model that I was really stoked to find at a really good price. This is San Domingo on the semi-rearing Mustang mould, which is an older mould that they still use quite a bit because it's a Hess, and it's a really nice Hess. So San Domingo is based off of the Marguerite Henry books, and this guy, he actually came to me. I'll try and add some footage that I might have. He came to me all scuffed up. He had loads of black marks over him. So I'm actually going to use him in a video of how to clean the black marks off of the models. But basically I filmed the footage of me unboxing him and then cleaned him up, and then lost the footage of me unboxing him. So he's been sitting on my shelf for a couple of weeks now. But he is really pretty. Look at a grumpy little face. I've got a grumpy horse in real life, so I like the grumpy moulds. But yeah, he cleaned up really nicely. He started off, he was covered in black marks. And yeah, this model is one that I haven't had on my I must have it radar, but I've had on my radar of models that if I find them for a decent enough price, I would love them. And yeah, this guy's super cute. He's really well done. It's nice to see some of the older patterns, sort of, because San Domingo was a model that was first introduced in the 70s. So seeing the updated, they just look so much better with these new the new painting techniques. You've actually got shading in the darker colours instead of it just being one tone. So yeah, this guy's really nice and he's super cute. And now you are going to transition to see the second part of the video that I filmed and didn't lose. And then we have 2 models that are in the boxes, and these are old boxes. No prizes for guessing which this pony is. For some reason I was surprised at how little the box is, even though I've got loads of Shetland ponies. I've already got 2 bay Shetland ponies, but I put a bid in for 20 quid, brand new, with the box, with the original bag, with the catalogue, and no one else bid, so what can I say? I can't say no. And I don't have any of I don't have this Shetland pony box, so, but yeah. This guy is super cute. I was concerned that he didn't have any bubble wrap around him, but then you can't really fit the bubble wrap in the box because he's such a little box. And yeah, I have way too many of these Bay Shetland ponies. I'm pretty sure he's pretty much identical to the other ones I've got. I did think, because he has the USA stamp, you won't be able to see it under there. There we go, probably. See the A. So I did think he might be different from my other two. I don't think he is. I think all of mine have the USA stamp. But I really like this mould, and I've wanted, one of my collecting goals is to get some more of these boxes, these vintage boxes, because it just seems insane to me that you can buy a horse from, in fact, I know exactly what year this horse is from, 1979, with the catalogue and the original box for 20 quid. So this was one of the main reasons I got this box, this pony, was because I don't have this catalogue yet, and I love these old catalogues so much. Look, there's the Canter and Welsh pony, backed by popular demand. That's like my favourite mould, if you don't know. My first horse was a chestnut Canter and Welsh pony, so... yeah, it comes with this really nice, like, minty mint catalogue. And I couldn't say no for 20 quid, so I didn't say no. But I'm now, if anyone wants to buy a Bay Shetland pony, I have like 2 others that are identical that I do not need. And then last up we have one, this was a bit of a mystery buying it actually, because the horse was listed, but the box was not listed. It was like, Breyer horse comes with box, there were no pictures of the box. And I had, because they'd listed the horse as a Bay Proud Arabian mare, which it is not, I thought, oh, maybe it actually comes with the right box. And they just didn't realise. But it is a completely different box. This is the Arabian Stallion box, I can already see. But it is a box I don't have. I do have an Arabian Stallion box, but not this one. So that's fine. And in it is hopefully not an Arabian Stallion, because I already have him. And this model, yeah, it's the right model. It's always a little bit concerning. But this is one that I've wanted for a while, a long while actually. This is a mould that I do not forgive Breyer for modifying in the 90s, because look at that face. You know who it is now. It's Hella. Yeah, they changed her in the 90s. They like beefed her up basically, which is a shame because I really like this original sculpt. And I've seen them in person before, but never been able to buy them on this mould. And the only other one I have on this mould is a Shrinky. It's a Noble Jumper from the 90s, and it arrived stinking of vinegar, and it's a lot smaller. So I'm really happy to have an original Hella. I've wanted one for a long time. I've been watching this one on eBay for a long time, waiting for it to go cheaper, and then I was scrolling one morning and was like, oh, that's gone down in price. That's now a tenner cheaper. This, please, thank you. Plus, I can't resist a mystery box, and I'm just glad it's one I don't already have. But yeah, this girl's really pretty. She's a really nice bay. She's such a noble pony, I think, the Hella mould. And she's definitely one that I think there's only about 4 regular runs on this mould, and I've already got 2 of them, so... when I say I could collect them all, I could, hopefully. Yeah, look at that face. How could Breyer change the mould permanently? Because she's a mould that I think holds up. Like, some of the older ones, let's be honest, are dodgy, but I think she's really pretty. And yeah, she marks the end of this little collection of unboxing. I can show you the state of my table. We have 3 over there. We have 3 over there, plus a random Breyer thing, a Breyer rug. And yeah, next time I also have a load of My Little Ponies to unbox. And there is another Breyer on the way. That might end up in there. Clickbait. But yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye.